Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself, I am Ishwardhan from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about implementing collection and transfer system for different types of waste. Implementing a collection and transfer system for different types of waste, which involves designing an efficient and sustainable process to manage waste disposal. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to set up such a system. So, next, let us discuss about implementing collection system for different types of waste. So, in this, first you need to understand the types of waste which is generated in your area. You need to identify and categorize the different types of waste that will be generated in your area. So, the common waste categories includes recyclables, organic waste, hazardous waste, and general non-recyclable waste. Each category may require different collection methods and disposable process, which means that there are many types of waste and each waste requires a different disposable methods. So, a good system should be implemented to ensure that each type of waste is collected and which is disposed properly. Different types of waste requires different disposable methods. A proper collection system should be implemented to make ensure that each type of waste is handled correctly. So, next is to develop a collection plan. So, to create a comprehensive plan outlining the collection methods, schedules, and routes for each waste type, consider factors such as population density, waste generation rates, accessibility, and when designing the collection plan. Developing a collection plan, which involves identifying the types of waste that need to be collected and determining the appropriate disposable methods and creating a schedule for collection. The plan should also include the guidelines for handling and storing of the waste. So, next is to provide separate collection containers. We need to supply appropriate containers or bins for each waste category. We must ensure that they are labeled clearly and it can be easily distinguishable to promote proper waste separation. For example, provide separate bins for recyclables, organic waste, and general non recyclable waste, which means separate collection containers should be provided for different types of waste to ensure proper disposal. For example, separate containers should be provided for different types of waste and different types of materials. So each container should be labeled clearly to avoid confusion and cross contamination. Next is to educate the community. Educating the community about waste involves raising awareness about the importance of proper waste management, which includes the benefits of recycling and reducing waste. This can be done through public awareness campaigns, workshops, and educational programs. So, the goal is to encourage individuals to take responsibility for their waste, to make informed decisions about how to dispose it. So, we need to conduct public awareness campaigns and programs and to inform the residents about the importance of the waste separation and provide some guidelines for the waste category. And we need to give some instructions on how to use the containers properly. Next is to establish collection points. To determine suitable collection points or stations throughout the community, so there are can there these collection points can be centralized collection areas, curbside pickups, or locations or recycling centers. Establishing collection points for waste, which involves identifying the location where people can drop off their waste for proper disposal. These collection points can be located in public areas such as parks, schools, community centers. The collection point should be easily accessible and clearly marked to encourage people to use them. So, the collected waste can be transported through recycling centers or other disposable facilities. Next is to encourage recycling. We need to implement incentives and programs to encourage recycling within the community. This includes reward systems, educational campaigns, and partnership with recycling facilities. We need to continuously evaluate the waste collection system's performance and adjustment as needed. Encouraging recycling, which involves promoting the practice for reusing materials instead of throwing them away. This can be done by providing recycler bins in public areas, educating the people about the benefits of recycling, and offering incentives for recycling. Encouraging recycling can help to reduce the waste, to conserve natural resources and to lower greenhouse gas emission. Next is the transfer system for implementing the different types of waste. So, to implement a system to maintain a comprehensive records and documentation throughout the waste transfer process, this includes recording the quantity and the type of waste which is collected, and the transportation details and the destination facility. Tracking the waste flows helps to monitor complaints, identify improvement, and report on waste management practices. Next is the transfer stations. So we need to establish waste transfer stations strategically located to facilitate the consolidation and transfer of waste. These stations serve as intermediate points where waste from multiple collection points is accumulated, stored, and prepared for further transportation. So the transfer stations are the facilities where waste is temporarily stored before it can be transported to the final destination. These stations are often used to consolidate waste for multiple collection points and sort waste into different categories for proper disposal. Transfer stations can also be used to process waste, such as compacting it for transportation and separating recyclable materials. The waste which is collected from the transfer stations are then transported to recycling facilities or landfills or other disposable facilities. So next is transport logistics. It is to develop a transportation plan for transferring the collected waste to appropriate treatment disposable facilities. So the transport logistics, which involves the planning, organization, management of the movement of goods or materials from one location to another location, which includes determining more efficient transportation routes, selecting the appropriate mode for transportation, and ensuring the goods are delivered in time and with good condition. So, the effective transport logistics, which can help to reduce the cost, improve the delivery times, and increase the consumer satisfaction. We can establish the partnerships to the waste transfer processes, explore the opportunities, and enhance overall management effectiveness. And finally, the conclusion is to understand the waste classification. So, understanding waste classification involves knowing what waste is and how it is generated and how it can be managed. So, waste can be defined as any material that is no longer useful or it is discarded. Waste can be generated from household, business, industries, which includes materials like food waste, paper, plastics, and some hazardous waste. So, understanding waste is also involves knowing the different methods for waste management, which includes recycling, composting, landfilling. So, by understanding waste, individuals and organizations can make informed decisions about how to manage the waste and to reduce their impact on the environment. So, you need to familiarize yourself with the waste classification system applicable in your region or the country. So, the different types of waste may require specific handling and disposable methods to their potential environment and health hazards that can handle the specific waste streams effectively. So, you need to conduct the waste assessment to determine the quantity and the types of waste generated within your locality or organization or community. This evaluation will help you to design a waste transfer system that can be handled to the specific waste streams effectively. Thank you.